this super sucks, especially like the first, especially if you've had no experience with babies. I had never changed a diaper in my life before my own child's diaper. Cloth diaper, by the way. So
yeah, I'm a hippie.
I had no experience with babies, and now it's like, not only am I emotionally scarred by the fact that I'm the third generation of an extremely dysfunctional family, and now I have a child of my own, and I'm like, fuck, look at the women in my family, you know? Not shining examples of maternal love, right? So I'm like, shit, I have this baby now, and I'm like, oh, I love it. I'm all in, but like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I don't like not sleeping, which you know very well. I am a monster when I don't sleep. So there's that. Also, just like being somebody who's highly irritable, you know, that sucks. Babies are annoying. They want you all the time. They need you all the time. And that's why it's like,
your energy's being sucked.
Yeah.
Your wants
it's like you have no
are
choice.
being sucked away by their needs.
You have no
Literally.
choice but to respond and act and be there. You have no choice. It's essentially a shackle. And I say this with being confident in the fact that I loved her. I love her with everything that I have. But that doesn't take away from the fact that being needed like that sucks when you're not ready for it. I was not ready to be needed that much. And everyone said it was hard, but like, I didn't know what that meant. It's hard. Okay, well, yeah, I can see that if you're not sleeping and, you know, baby's crying. Like, crying is annoying. But that's not what's hard. And like, there's so much guilt. There's guilt. There was guilt for me, knowing that I had to be close to her. I was just driven to be close to her. Like, if I went to work, I would be miserable. Knowing that I needed to be there. Feeling so guilty because I spent all this time and money, not yet, and and energy
maybe soon
into my education and into my goals, and I just started my practice, and I was like, oh my God, like I cared so much about that, and then as soon as I had her, it was gone. It was like, there's no choice, there's no comparison. And feeling the guilt of letting that go and feeling like I lost my identity, like who am I without my career that I thought I wanted so bad? And now I'm pushed into this role of mom that I am not prepared for. And the guilt of feeling like, why am I not happy all the time? Like, why does loving this baby feel like it's gonna break me? And then just feeling like I could have been something so great, and you know, who just back then thinking like, this is gonna be my life forever. I'm never gonna go back to work. I'm always gonna be like this. And just thinking, God, I could have been so much at 27 years old, thinking my life is over. I could have been so much. I could have won awards. I could have been, back then, an Olympic chiropractor by now. Who knows what I could have done? And just feeling like, who was I? I had nothing except my love for her and my motherly instinct, and that is all I had energy for. I put everything into that, and it sucked. And looking back, I feel like, oh, just so much love for that version of myself, because I tried so hard. And oh my God, I read books. I thought about my parenting all day, every day. I made so much of a conscious effort, and I was able to break a generational cycle. And that is, oh my God, that's an amazing feat.
You're the only person I know that has.
And I feel the weight of that. This is what I was journaling about today. I feel the pride for myself, but I also feel like that weight. It's lifting because I'm finally like being able to talk about my experience helps me like let that go, but it's like my grandmother, my mom, like all of that weight on my shoulders that first year, and feeling like I cannot fuck this up. And now I'm like coming out of that, and I've just done this beautiful thing, and I want to help other women do that. Because you don't have to be raised, people who have had traumatic childhoods, and not even traumatic childhoods, but just like good childhoods, but you know, your parents just in one area fucked you up a little bit. Just like a little bit. Like maybe they didn't listen to you, or maybe they, you know, didn't listen to your boundaries, or maybe they pushed you into something you didn't want to do, or whatever. Like we all have stuff that we can heal from, no matter how perfect of a family we come from, unless you have a family that like talks about these things and it's like, I'm not perfect, you know? I can openly admit that I'm doing this to you and I'm sorry. Like that's how you have a family that is so close, and people make mistakes, but it's forgiven and it's okay, and there's, you know, you just have that, and that's what I'm creating. So no matter what it is, whether it's a super fucked up situation or only mildly fucked up, there's always room to grow, to reach that like openly, I make mistakes and I'm sorry, and I will do my best to not put that on you, and just like have that type of dynamic that we are creating in our family. And that should be very exciting for you. It just, that's my mission. I have to figure out how to teach women how to do that. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm. I think so much that I've recorded this entire conversation, and you need to listen to this tomorrow.
When did you start that?